Good day. So I am Rainier Titulia from BSEC 3A. So I'm here to tackle about our subject signals, Lab 1 with the lab exercise manipulating, which titles the manipulating sinusoids with using MATLAB. So let's go with letter A in 3.0. So here it says generate a time vector to cover a range of t that will exhibit approximately 2 cycles of the 4000 Hz. So 4000 Hz is our frequency. So yun yung una nating parameter. So here 4000 Hz sinusoid is defined in the next part. So sa part B, sabi dito, use a definition of vector time or time vector similar sa 2.2D. Ito yung 2.2D natin. Which is yung time vector natin dito is meron tayong negative initial time at positive na ending time natin. So gagawin natin ng kagaya na similar na yon, time vector. So we use t to denote the period of the sinusoids. Define natin yung starting time of the period vector na equal siya sa negative t or initial natin, and yung ending time natin as a positive t. Gaya niyan, nakita natin, negative TP, ito yon, negative TP. Meron tayong 1 over F sum, which is yung time period natin, or TS. At saka yung TP, positive natin, yung ending time natin. So, finally, we make sure that we have the 25 samples per period of the sinusoidal wave. So, ito, yung F sum natin, which is yung frequency natin, yung 4000 Hz, multiply natin sa 25, kasi nga, sabi dito is 25 samples per period ng sinusoidal wave. Sabi niya dito, in other words, when we use a colon operator to define the time vector, make the increment small enough to generate the 25 samples per period. So, next, letter B. Input ko lang yung code na yon. So, here. Generate two 4000 Hz sinusoids with arbitrary amplitude and time shift. So, itong dalawa na to, ito yung gagamitin nating equation para dito sa sinusoidal functions natin, which is x1 and x2. Ito yon, x2. So, punta muna tayo sa mga parameters natin. Sabi dito, let a1 be equal to my age, which is I am 21 years old. Ito yung age natin, aa1. And yung set natin yung A2 natin, amplitude natin, AA2 as equals to 1.2 multiplied by AA1, which is yung age ko, or yung 21 na amplitude natin. Meaning, 1.2 multiply natin kay 21, 1.2 multiply natin kay 21, which equals to 25.2 na amplitude natin. So, yun. So, para sa time shifts, meron tayong may binigay na equation sa atin na 37.2 yung TM1 natin. Ito yung TM. 37.2 na divide natin sa kay M, multiply kay T, which is yung M natin dito or MM dito. Yun yung month of birth ko, which is January. Kaya 1 yan. Now, for TM2 or yung TMM natin dito sa line of code natin, negative 41.3 divided by D multiply by KTP natin, which is yung DD ko dito is date of my birth, which is 13. So, yun yung binigay na equation sa atin. And T is the period, which is yung TP natin, ito yung period natin. Yung period wave. Okay? Then, yan. We just make a plot using subplot. At ayan, 311, 312. Ito yung x1 natin at x2 natin. Mga sinusoidal function natin. Ito yung equation na ginamit natin. Kagaya ito. Yan. Plot lang natin. Yung sa plot natin, meron tayong x-axis, y-axis. Tapos itong ano na to, meaning lang yan is yung naka-ganyan is red. Tapos title natin ng x1, tapos x label natin ng time seconds, which is para x-axis natin meron nakalagay na label na time seconds. So yan. And sa plot 312, ito 312 natin. To make a 3-panel figure that puts both these plots in the same figure. Yan. Tapos mag-create din daw tayo ng third sinusoid as the sum ng x1 natin tsaka x2, which is ito. Yan. Ang ginamit kong variable is zz, which is equals to xx1 plus xx2. Yan. So vectors that holds values of each sinusoid, and then make the plot of x3t. Yan. Plot natin. Gawa daw ng plot ng x3t natin, which is x3, over the same range time as used in plots of in the plots. Ngayon sa part B, include natin yung third panel using 313, which is ito. Yan. Ngayon, before printing the 3 plots, put daw tayo ng title on each subplot, including my name as a SG title. And yan. So, we basically run the code. I-run natin yung code. Yan. So, pag nirun natin, ito yung mga itsura niya ng sinusoidal waveform. Yan, kung nakita natin sa x1t, yung amplitude niya is 21. While here, yung amplitude niya is 25.2. So, tama lang. So, punta na tayo ngayon kay 3.1, which is the theoretical calculations. So, first, sabi dito A, make measurements of the time location of the positive peak and the amplitude from the plots of the x1t and x2t and write those values from AI and TMI directly on the plots. Calculate natin by hand ang phases natin of two signals, x1t and x2t, by converting each time shift to phase and write the calculated phase direct on the plots. Okay. So dito tayo. First, sa letter A tayo. Okay. So here, una, ito yung formula natin for cosine waveform. Kaya meron tayong xt is equals to a cosine omega t plus phi, which can be also have a formula of a cosine omega t minus tm na pwede nating breakdown as omega t minus omega tm. Now, which is meron tayo nitong formula na to, na breakdown natin itong omega t minus omega tm, pwede natin itong negative omega tm, ito yung phase natin, which is formula ng phase natin is equals to negative omega tm. Yan na. Let's go sa calculation ng letter A. Let's use our emulator calculator. For time shifts, una, wait lang, burahin natin to. Kasi ang tinatin na to, ang tawag dito is period of wave. So, our big T is equals to 1 over frequency, which is 1 over 4,000. So, equal siya sa 250 microseconds. Calculate natin. 1 over 4,000. Yan. So, yan. 250 microseconds. Ngayon, kunin natin yung TM1 natin tsaka TM2 natin. Which is, ang pinangalan ko dito is TM and TMN. Ito yung TM1 natin, ito yung TM2 natin. So, calculate natin siya. So, binigyan tayo ng equation o formula sa TM1, which is 37.2. Di-divide natin sa date ng month ng birthday ko, which is January, which is 1. Bale, magiging 37.2 divided by 1. Ngayon, i-multiply natin siya kay T, which, or dun sa ano natin is TP, which is yung T natin is 250 microseconds. Equals natin, lalabas is 9.3 milliseconds. So, nakuha natin yung TM1 natin. Now, for TMM or TM2, meron tayong equation or formula na negative 41.3 negative 41.3 na i-divide natin sa birth date ko, which is 13, day ng birth date ko. At i-multiply natin ulit doon sa period of wave natin na 250 microseconds. So, we have the answer of negative 794.3 microseconds. So, yan. We've calculated. Napunta tayo sa phases. So, meron ang phase natin. So, ang formula kasi ng phase natin is ito. Negative omega Tm. Ngayon, para ano yung omega natin? Ang omega kasi natin is equivalent to 2 pi f, which is 2 pi frequency. Ngayon, given na yung 2 pi, ngayon may frequency tayo ng 4,000, which is yung angular frequency natin is equals to 8,000 pi. Ngayon, punta tayo kay x1t para makuha natin yung yung phase 1 natin, V1. Ngayon, negative omega Tm. So, we have here negative 8,000 pi. Multiply natin kay 9.3 milliseconds, which is isagot natin sa TM1. 9.3 milliseconds. Ngayon, ayan ang sagot ng ating phase 1, which is equals to negative 233.7 rad. Ngayon, pwede mo naman siyang gawing na phase na negative 74.4 phi, which is they are only the same. For phase 2 ng x2 natin, hindi ko nalagay, x2 t, yan. We have also 8,000 pi, negative 8,000 pi, na multiply natin kay sagot natin na sa TM2 na negative 794.3 microseconds, which answers the 19.96 rad, or it can be 6.354 pi. So, yun yung phase 1 tsaka phase 2 natin. Ngayon, punta tayo kay letter B. Sabi dito, we measured the amplitude 3 tsaka yung time shift 3 natin of the x3t. Ito. Bali, measure natin to. Ngayon, from the plot, let's calculate natin yung phase 3 natin by hand. So, punta tayo kay whiteboard. Ito yung plot natin. So, as you can see here, dito sa x3t natin, makikita natin yung amplitude nito is between 16 and 18, which I conclude to the A3 is approximately equal to 17. Yun yung amplitude natin. And TM3 natin is at the 0.5, na approximately equal to 0.5 times 10 to the negative 4 seconds. Ngayon, kakalculate natin si phase 3, which also we use the same formula using the negative omega Tm. Let's use our calculator emulator, which 8,000 pi. Multiply natin kay TM natin, TM3 natin na 0.5 times 10 to raise to negative 4 seconds. Now, sagot niya is negative 1.26 rad. So, yan ang sagot niya. Ngayon, let's go for the letter C. Now, use the phasor addition theorem. Carry out phasor addition of complex amplitudes of x1t and x2t to determine the complex amplitude or x3t. So here, since our amplitude is smaller than x1t and x2t, basically the sinusoid or waveforms of the amplitude is partially cancels. Now, let's go to 3.3, the complex amplitude. It says here that write one line of MATLAB code that will generate values of the sinusoid x1t above by using the complex amplitude representation of x1t is equals to real exponent of x is raised to imaginary of omega t. So let's go for a complex amplitude. Let's paste it here. So complex amplitude. So meron tayong phi na equals to 2 pi frequency parenthesis of Tn minus Tm natin. Ito yung phase natin or yung phi. Ngayon, meron tayong xx1 which is our a1 na galing dito. To, which is my age. 21 yung amplitude natin. Mamultiply natin kay exponent. Itong exponent to, ito yung Euler's natin. Dahil ito nga gagamitin natin as complex amplitude. Bale, yan. Exponent is Euler's na raised to omega t of imaginary. So, ito yung phi natin. Yan. Then, we plot ito yung t natin, yung vector t, time vector, as real natin na xx1 na galing dito. Yan. Ay, hindi. Ito pala. Itong ginamit natin na complex amplitude. Now, we run yan. So, ito ang itsura ng sinusoidal waveform niya, ng complex amplitude. So, that's it for this lab exercise. Hope that you understand what I tackle about. Then, yeah. Thank you for listening.